I will be on in just a moment. Hello, vegan knowledge. Look, I didn't even forget to take myself off mute. I almost forgot to put myself on camera, though. How is everyone? Welcome to Meatless Monday and Amazing Transformations. I really didn't have a specific topic, and honestly, I just wanted to come on and I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you um, to Ed Logan from Fruit for Your Life. As you know, I was on a live stream yesterday. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone down. Did it start? Okay, I think it started. I just wanted to come on and say hello. Welcome, everyone. I am really excited that you're here. And I really didn't have a specific topic. I just wanted to come on really and say thank you and just talk about a couple of things that I've learned recently, what I've been eating. And I think Dawn is going to join me and we'll hear her thoughts, what we're having, maybe for dinner this evening. And I wanted to talk about a um, a special shout out and thank you that I wanted to give to a few people. And I want to first of all say thank you, as I started to do, but I wasn't sure if it was live, to Ed Logan from the channel Fruit for Your Life. If you haven't checked that out, on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I was on his live stream discussing reversing diabetes. And basically, if you've seen my video, I've done a lot of research on type 2 diabetes, because it's something that I think I feel like everyone should know, that that sugar and carbs is not always the cause of the diabetes, and in fact it is the saturated fat. So I did a presentation on there, and really had a really good discussion and a question and answer on that channel. And he has a great channel, so go check that out. I will link that video in the description here after this. And I wanted to say that I wanted to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, everyone, all of the new people that are here. I am really super thankful for you, and I love that this is growing. And welcome, Farah. Thank you for joining. We are at 235 subscribers, and my goal last week was at 210. So we well exceeded that goal, and I'm so excited about that. I want to thank you, Dawn, and for all the people that you brought over from American Dream Trading,
Thank them.
for helping me out.
Thank
And
you, guys.
I don't know why. Oh, I can. Maybe I have it turned down. Can you hear her okay? You sound really low to me.
I do? How about now?
Yeah, I think that's a little better. Not as loud as you usually sound. Let me try turning this up. Oh, you know what? It's my fault.
I'm like, I hear a clicking on your end too.
And because I had my headset plugged in. Remember when
Ah,
you talked to me from work earlier? And I
yeah.
was like, why is it so low? Oops, user error. It was my fault. I really, honestly, because I was so busy, and like I didn't want to come on too late, because I'm actually starving. And I also did not want to come on because I wanted to thank everyone and just have a little discussion, because we come on every Monday and I don't like to miss talking to everyone. I wanted to also say thank you to the Vegan Knowledge Group. You guys are just so special to me, because you are always coming on and following my journey, and you're sharing and asking questions and helping each other out. And I really love that. So I'm going to link the group here in the description. I want to thank our new members. I know there's like 5 that I have to thank. And then I think the last one, or the one that has been really supportive, and she always came over. Actually, she's been about a week on there. I want to thank Muriel. I know she's working, she said, but she'll be catching the replay. Muriel, thank you for all your support. She came over and saw the live, and she's been commenting, and she shared pictures of her fruit, and that was really special, that she's interacting with the group. And I met her from Ed's group, which is Fruit for Your Life, which is really cool. And there was just a couple other things. I want to thank our guest yesterday too. So I was on with Don Bennett, and if you don't know him, he's a disease avoidance specialist. He was so funny. First of all, he has a great sense of humor. He did a very serious presentation, but actually made it super fun and interesting for everyone, and answered questions. He spent 2 hours and like 15 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, on this live with us. And I'm like, wow, that was really cool that he stayed. He had a conversation with me and Dawn. I know Tessa was here, and she even ask him a couple of questions like about what TV shows and movies he liked, and he really was cool about answering all of that. And he was happy that she wanted to actually get to know him. And what he practices and what he learned over time is basically what our natural diet should be. And he talks about what is the healthiest diet you can have. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, he has a lot of great information, and everything he says makes a lot of sense. We asked him about supplements, foods we should eat, how and why we can reverse disease with this diet. And then I also had on last week Dr. Furman. That was a great one. And then of course uh, oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank with the other person's name right now? We had the fruitarian that came on with me, who had such great insights. I'll be doing a short from his video tomorrow and catching up on those over the next week or so too. I've been getting behind on the shorts because I've been having so many lives, and then I was on Edstream for 2.5 hours. So today it was like when it came time, I was like, but I love this and I'm passionate about it. And I wanted to talk about a few other things, and just thank you all for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome the new members to YouTube and the group. And I'm going to remember to link my meal plans in here and things for you. Everything is free. And welcome, Dawn James, to the stream. Thank you for joining
You
me.
had to put my whole government out there, huh?
Oh, sorry.
There's
Well,
people looking for me. Don't do
I know,
that.
right? You got hear the airplanes coming
I'm
over
kidding. I'm
the
kidding. I'm
helicopters,
kidding.
right?
We always joke about that.
Well, I think because ever since the pandemic, it's really funny that whenever someone knocks on the door, because we don't get, like, I don't know why, or maybe since I work from home or something, and you're not expecting people, and when there's a knock on the door, it's so funny. We laugh, and I'm like, I act like we're in witness protection. Like, did you order something?
I'm
And I run over and look out the window, like, who is
like,
it?
no, did you? Who is it? Let's not open the
Who is
door.
it? Oh, it's the mailman, like it always is, right? It's so funny. So, how are you feeling today?
For me, I feel good. I feel really good. I'm excited to get back on the raw journey. November 1st. I know we said that we were going to go ahead together and do that, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and like that's one of the things I want to, I'll tell you guys what I was going to say what I eat tonight or what I'm going to eat, but literally I've been eating the same thing for a week and I am like really loving this meal plan. And I think we were kind of talking about this too. We are creatures of habit, right? Like 10, even when I was eating the traditional Western, diet, standard American food, I usually ate the same thing just about like for sometimes I'd eat it for a month straight, so it's like now that I find something I like and I feel good with it, and this combination of fruits and veggies, I'm like, that's what I stick with. So I really like this. I mean, this is pretty much what I've been doing with a couple little additions. Welcome, Boomer and Beyond Wellness. I wanted to thank you. This Boomer and
What's up,
Beyond,
Angela?
Angela Fischetti, she was here and she did the sleepy time yoga session with us. um and that was what, was it last, no, 2 weeks ago, or was it last
No,
week?
that was last week.
Last week. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my times mixed
She's
up.
doing so many of them. She's so
Right.
popular.
She said she's happy to be here and she is topping out the views this week. People are loving that. Like she's got like over 100 views on that live stream since we went off the live stream in a week. And like our the YouTube, the Vegan Knowledge group loves you. Thank you for joining. She's has all this great insight when it comes to exercise, and she helps us even when we think we can't work out when we get a little bit older. Not that any of us are getting old, right? I'm like,
Baby boomer. No, we're Gen X. We don't believe in aging.
that's right. I love that. Um, and so I was thinking too, a lot of times from what like I've learned over the she said sleeplessness is a real issue, and happy I can be of service. Happy to hear it. Love it. Yeah, you definitely you have a lot of great information. One of the things I think we struggle with when we're high energy, especially, I know you help everyone, but when it comes to vegan, I think, at least especially with us, sometimes we eat more veggies, that we have more energy at night. So unwinding is very necessary, other than me chopping the veggies as I'm getting tired, right? And I was going to say, she made a special announcement. She's going to be part of vegan primary care. She announced it here first, which is a great, doctor who she's going to be doing a program with him. So thank you for joining. And thank you again, Farah, for being here. Thanks everyone who came to the live streams. Um, and I was going to say, one of the things that really struck me when I was talking with Don yesterday, when he was talking about there's not actually one raw vegan diet, and there's actually a bunch of different variations even within the raw diet that you can follow. And there's one that's the healthiest, and then there's others like the gourmet vegan and things like that might have more dehydrated foods, and then some that have really high fat, some that don't have enough fat. And he is giving away his books, his ebooks, that normally have a cost to them. The paperbacks, of course, you would have to still pay for, but he made a very special offer to anyone who was watching it live. And then at the end, he did say, or the replay, I put a link in the description. You can get all three of his ebooks absolutely free just by saying you found it on the Vegan Knowledge channel. I think you have to click and maybe email him. And I think that's really cool. So thank you, Don, for doing that. And we had a great discussion. If you're interested or into the raw diet, or trying to hear how you can choose the healthiest diet that he recommends. And I love his objective views that he had on everything. Like, he wasn't saying don't supplement. He was saying, hey, this is, you may need to, and here's why, because everything's not the same as it was 100 years ago. So that started making me think about our diet, and like, just within the vegan world. I know we did a stream before on different ways you can eat within the vegan diet. Like, just because you say you're vegan doesn't mean that we're all eating exactly the same stuff, right? Like, I started out completely raw with mostly veggies, barely any fruit. Then I went to a like whole food plant based, and then I went into more of a still a lot of salad, but a lot of processed food, like the Beyond Meat and all that good stuff. Then I went back to whole food plant based, then back to raw, then high raw, which, in doing all of that, I noticed, and then high raw with mostly fruit, which is where I am now. And I noticed, honestly, and I want to thank Angela too, Fischetti, for being on the group, because she has a lot of knowledge when it comes to that raw or high raw diet and what is healthiest for us. Because I'm like, literally, there are several different diets, and there is a stream in here. I'll link that too, that me and you did. Remember when we went through? There was whole food plant based,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
whole
I do
food
remember
plant
that.
based, no salt, oil, or sugar. So you can take it another level up. Well, the first one you could start with is, if you're, let's say you're transitioning, or you're someone who's just an animal activist and you're not necessarily concerned about health, which, you know what I mean? There are tons of people. So, and if there's a lot of products out there now that are like imitation meat products. And I mean, not that you're not concerned about health, because that's what I was going to say. You're leveling up. You still, in my opinion anyway, and I'm not a doctor, but I know you'll be healthier without consuming a lot of cholesterol, that
You're
the
not a doctor, but you play one on YouTube.
right. I'm definitely not a medical doctor giving medical advice. I just know that when you start to make different choices from the diet that you were on, you'll end up starting to feel better. So if at first you're not sure if you can stop eating meat, and you try some of these products. It might be, it definitely is another way to do the vegan diet. So you can technically do your standard American meals and replace it with a Beyond Burger. Now, when it comes to that, though, a vegan diet can be very unhealthy too. If you're eating French fries and potato chips and maybe like that's your whole diet and you never have any fruit, veggies, or anything else, like I mean, it's
Yeah.
easy to do that for periods of
Moderation.
time, but everything,
In
if you
moderation.
are having Thanksgiving and you want to do a Thanksgiving meal, or you want to do, you're doing once a week and you think, oh, I think I'll put this in the chili, that's a different thing. There's just different variations. So it's important to know that too, when some people say, oh, it didn't work for me, or I didn't feel good on it. And then, the whole food plant based is basically just eating like the whole foods. And then, you could even, I think, fresh, real, like raw food has the most nutrients in it. And it's technically, I do believe, if we hadn't, if we hadn't evolved and there wasn't fire and there wasn't, cooked foods, I mean, a way to cook the food, or there wasn't a way to process it, that is technically how all the other animals eat. So I do feel like there's a lot of benefits in, if you can't completely go raw, then eating a lot of the raw fruits and vegetables, I think, can, it makes me feel really good. Like, it gives me lots of energy. It really improves my skin, and a lot of other things. I just, overall, my digestion feels better. So I enjoy that. And I do, like I said, I personally have included some, um in the very last meal. And what I've started doing is I will eat everything else before I go to cooked food. And if I'm still hungry, or I don't feel like I've gotten enough calories to sustain my weight, or I feel like my body needs something, I'm going for some cooked, but only recently I've been having some potatoes, cabbage, and a few other, steamed veggies and mushrooms. And like, when I do have that in the evening, and that has really seemed to be a great combo. So like all throughout the day, like today I had grapes, my favorite, like a ton of grapes. I had an orange after, no, I had some blueberries. That was a treat. I had an orange after that when I got hungry again. And all this probably started about 2:45, something like that. And I think that's another thing I've learned, to listen to my body. Like, you sometimes can be too worried about, being programmed, unless you're told to eat on medications or something like that. Like, I don't eat on that, cycle anymore. And I noticed, Dawn, you don't either. And then I have a really big salad with the organic, I do have some organic, like garbanzo beans. I've got lettuce, tomato, lots and lots of cucumber. I've got avocados, sprouts, and a little bit of
Mhm.
kale. And those, I forget what else. I think there might be something else I'm probably missing because I'm tired, but that is
Mhm.
so, like, delicious to me. And I was gonna say, and I know that we don't want to eat a lot of processed food, but I have this plant-based ziki dip that has, like, really, if you look at the ingredients, I'll share it. Well, it's on my group, so you can go there. It actually has pretty decent ingredients when I don't have to feel like making a dressing. And if you want something that's like a creamy, it has almonds, I think, chia protein, lemon juice, dill, just really natural. I'm like, for a processed product, it is like an excellent choice, I think. And that also led me to something else I've learned, to not eat as many, like, of the processed products, what they actually have in them. I started really reading labels. First, it was just to find out if it had meat in it. The next thing was to find out, now, what are these chemicals that they're putting in it, right? So I found also that even almond milk and soy milk and things have gums in them. like gelin gum and different things. So I started buying gum-free milk. So talking about like going to different levels, I had no idea about any of that. I was just excited. 4.5 years ago, I was like, yeah, I'm not eating any meat, so I'm feeling good. And there's lots of good
Right.
stuff, right? There's lots of good products. And now I'm like, wait, okay, the more you get into this and the more information you learn, you want to, like, once you know it, you can't unknow it. You
Yeah.
so like, while, as a couple of weeks ago, I did, have a lot of cooked food like when I wasn't feeling good that weekend, and like totally for me it made me feel completely
Comfort.
different. So
Comfort food.
yes, but it didn't make me too comfortable the way I felt like the next week. I felt
Right.
I felt like I had a food hangover.
Right.
Um, and then there was something else I was just those smoothies. Remind me to tell you about those. I've been making this delicious smoothie with like two bananas, this organic gum-free almond milk, and I had put a couple of walnuts and a little bit of cinnamon. Sometimes I'll put in it, and if you blend that and chill it in the refrigerator, for me it gives me like a what is that called? Like, it gives me a vibe of like ice cream or like a frozen treat. And then last night, I made one with blueberries and strawberries. And then I like chilled it, but I put some actual strawberries in it. Like, you'd be surprised how you can make your own desserts. After I got unhooked off of the Ezekiel bread with jelly and butter. So I finally got myself off that. I did use Naturals jelly, but that was not a good thing. So I'm like, once I got my new blender, because I popped a hole in the other one, I went on ahead back to my smoothies. So what are your thoughts on all this and listening to our body, Dawn?
Yeah, definitely feel like I feel a lot better when I'm raw. So yeah, I can't wait to get back to that. Yeah,
Oh, that would
definitely.
be cool. Yeah, I think it's just overall a difference. I don't know what you guys.
I've been on a kind of like a, and I don't normally eat breakfast, but I've been kind of on a French toast and Beyond sausage breakfast kick lately.
But she got off the Impossible Whopper, so that's good.
Yeah, I substituted one for the other. Now I just got to get back to not eating throughout the course of the day and getting my veggies and fruit in later on in the day because I was so used to not to running on empty throughout the course of the day. I love that. It's a very light feeling and you have a lot more energy. You know what I mean? You're a lot clearer.
Yeah,
So yeah, I could see it in my face. I feel it. I picked up probably a good 20 pounds, dude. And
no,
I haven't been
it's always good.
exercising as much as I was because I've been doing a lot of the day trading, and that involves like basically focusing and kind of sitting still. So yeah, I got to get back into my workouts and cut the vegan junk food out.
I need to start exercising too, but you know what you've been doing? You've been getting lots of fresh air and things like that by going
Yeah,
and getting outside, and
getting
you've
some
been
walking in, go walking
yeah,
down to the beach, catching
yep.
in some sunrises past few mornings. So yeah.
I think it's important to see the good things in what you're doing, and you're not harming animals by what you're eating. So that's
Nope.
another thing. Let's look at the positives
I
here.
will never, ever, ever go back to meat and dairy. That you can
We,
forget that
we
ever.
just want to,
Period.
and I think it's hard when you get on something like that, like when you get on a kick or you taste that processed food. That's why, like, as I get into what I'm eating, but if you do that, it's very hard to just jump back off of it. It's almost like they put stuff that's addictive in there,
Yeah, you gotta
and you want it
wean.
again, and it's comfort, and it's like, oh, I want what I had yesterday, and your taste picks up for that. And then when you eat the vegetable or the fruit, it's like, oh, this isn't the same. I want something processed because you want whatever you start to feed yourself, I think, and you get away from what you're really naturally craving as like what we're supposed to once we clear it out. So it's really hard.
Right.
I'm proud of you. Even through all that, you still, I see you still like eating some things that are healthy, like you'll eat grapes and
Yeah, I'll go
things
into
like
my
that.
grape fix, or yeah, I still grab some fruit throughout the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love. See, the cool thing is I love raw food. I love fruit. I love
Hmm.
salads. So it's not like it's torture to go back to that way of life. It's just a matter of changing my habits back to something that's more healthy for me.
Right.
Because we're a creature of habits, and it just takes a few days to get like clear your palate of that other stuff and get back into craving what we naturally crave. So, yeah, I'm excited.
And we will hear her journey when she's able to come on here with us. I was like, oh, I hope she can come on with me, because it's always a better meatless Monday when we have a general conversation with more than
Yeah.
my rambling. Welcome, Muriel. I was just talking about you. I don't know if you were here when I was thanking you for all your support on the group and your comments. And welcome, Mariquita Solis, vegan empowerment coach.
Mariquita.
Welcome. And she has a program starting soon that I shared about in the group today. Arlo, welcome. Thank you for coming
Hello.
in. Arlo in the house. Thank you
Welcome.
for joining.
We got
Um,
Arlo and Farah. Shout out to ADT, baby, supporting. Thank you guys.
yes,
Appreciate you.
welcome. We got Vegan Knowledge here. We got the group member. We got Muriel. We got ADT, Farah, and Arlo. We got the vegan empowerment coaching up in here too,
I
and Angela from Boomer and Beyond. Did I already say Angela? I can't
don't
remember.
think so.
And she was Boomer and Beyond Wellness and Vegan Empowerment Coaching. These are such great people that we've met like since I've been on this journey. And I know Dawn, all the people like from ADT. It feels like we know you guys, you know what I mean? And now even Muriel, I feel like from being in Fruit for Your Life and from being on the group, it's like when you find things that are you have in common with people, and you have like core things that are important to you, it really, and you find people that you can really get along with. And like, I'm really thankful for the like YouTube and Facebook and other social media that we're on, like Zoom and stuff, because it's like you can feel like people that are all across the country and sometimes across the world that become really close to you, like your friends that you would have in close contact, right? So that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know. Angela, she said since the day we met, it's awesome. Yes, thank you. We both, love you, and we love when you come on. And I know you're going to be on soon. And Arlo said people become family. Yes, definitely. We definitely
That's
feel like
right,
you guys
sis.
are family. You have no idea.
That's my
Thank
sis
you.
right there, man.
Yes, I'm her sis by marriage then.
I can't marry sis.
No, but I mean, wouldn't I be like sister-in-law if
Oh,
she's
yeah,
your
yeah,
sis?
to Arlo. Right. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
I'm not telling you to
I'm
marry
getting
your
it
sister.
twisted. I'm getting it twisted.
I didn't say marry your sis. I said I'm her sis. Wait, I'm tired. Maybe I said it wrong.
I know, right?
No one's marrying any sisters here. It's so funny. What else did I say I was gonna talk about? I know I wanted to say thank you to everyone. So tell us in the comments, what are you guys having um this evening? Like, give us an idea what you're having. I went through my food. Arlo said, I think we're all tired. Yes. That's why
Arlo,
I definitely won't keep
if
you
I
guys.
start drifting, don't let, because I'm like, I caught myself doing this a minute ago. I'm like, oh, let me take the camera off and just like do this for like 2 seconds. I'm like so done, dude. It was a cool thing I told Jen this morning in the pre-market. It was so cool because I actually, the past 3 mornings, I've like, one of the things that I love to do in the summertime is get up like really, really early and go down and catch the sunrise, like when it just as it's coming up over the water. And I didn't get a chance to do it because I've been so engrossed in the group and the Zoom call. I have not left the house in the morning. So the past 3 mornings, like Saturday and Sunday, I did it. So this morning I said, you know what? I'm gonna go for the trifecta before it starts getting real cold and get one more day in of sunrise. And I took the pre-market group with me. So I had my phone in my pocket. I know I shouldn't have my phone in my pocket, but I'm walking down to the beach, and next thing you know, I've got them on. They said, "Yeah." I said I should go live on YouTube. They said, "Or you could just put your camera on." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that." So I put the camera on, and they watched the sun come up with me.
That was
So
cool.
in the pre-market, yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
that's so
cool.
neat. I remember you telling
Yeah,
me you did that. That was really neat.
yeah,
Um,
that's pretty awesome.
Alan Manglona, that's who it was. I could not think of him, and I loved the message he shared. That just came to me. I love that, and we were
Name
just
sounds like a fruit, or her name, Mango. I ate a
maybe
manglona today. Mango,
right.
maybe is what I'm thinking.
Mango, that's where it's coming
Yeah.
from, right? And I bet he eats a lot of mangoes because he's ate fruit for 890 days straight. That was who I interviewed a couple of weeks ago. You actually had to work and were
Dude, that's like 2 years.
yeah. Yeah, and he then went, but now he eats fruit and then some vegetables and occasional cooked food when he has to go out and things like that. But he definitely that I think you were gonna that was the first thumbnail I did. Remember when I shared that? And he that reminded me too to thank you to Miss Mary Jones. I don't know if she's here watching, and her group. I think Janet was someone I met over there, and a couple other people that I'll make sure I thank, but they have a group called Biblical Principles of Health, and it's got the Minister of Wellness was the leader of that group, and I went on their live. It wasn't really a live; it's more like a chat. I think they do, and we had some great discussion about like Halloween and the holiday and how they're handling it and everything with being vegan. So it was really cool. But
Awesome.
that reminded me of that when you said sunrise. For some reason, it put me in a position because Don was talking about how vitamin D is like not just D3 that we can take in a capsule, how you need the actual sun hitting your skin. So that's your goal maybe is to get more, raw foods in you or do more like healthy food. My goal is to exercise and to get more outside time. Like I've been trying to get a few I was doing really good like you said at the end of the summer. I was going out no matter what how I had to do it. I was getting my 15 to 30 minutes, in. I was sitting out in the sun. And then it's so easy, like what happened to you, like you were saying with, how it happens with food sometimes. I have an easier time with that because I've gotten myself so I guess programmed and my body is
Yeah.
so used to wanting, raw food and fruits and vegetables and whole foods rather, even when it's
Right.
that I don't struggle with that, but I struggle with getting on a routine. And I know how important all of that stuff is just as important, like Angela teaches us to get my strength training in and get out there. And I enjoy it when I do it. When I'm in the sun, I'm loving it. It's just sometimes it's easy for me to get tied up with everything I'm doing with working and really being passionate about wanting to share this vegan message. Like it's literally what I put most of and all of my time in. And like if I could do it 24 hours, I would, with the
Yep.
exception of sleeping because I like my sleep too. Uh,
Yeah.
so Arlo said, need to find that balance, sis. Yes, definitely. Okay, we got some people sharing what they ate here. Let's see. Where did I see that? Somebody was sharing
I'm gonna
something
have to
with it.
lean back for a
Oh,
second.
Angela, I'm sorry to hear that. She had dental surgery, and so she is having her favorite cantaloupe. I knew that cantaloupe was your favorite. You mentioned that a lot, and I love cantaloupes too. You just reminded me I haven't had one in a while. And that they actually have something I read in them, like fruits have something, some of them, and many of them have something in it that can actually improve your mood, I've heard, or it can naturally it does something that actually enhances your production of serotonin. It doesn't necessarily put that in it, which is like something that can improve your mood. And I think oranges are one of those things. Um, and yes, so let's see here. What else? Oh, Muriel, she said I'm having a banana smoothie. Oh, cool. What are you just having banana and like I feel like obviously the whole foods I love having them, but for some reason when it comes to like at the very end of the night, it's like my body still craves something like really easy to digest, and I think bananas even have something in them that can help you relax, and they have a good potassium. And then I get sometimes I'll put a few walnuts in it, which to me, the walnuts and that organic almond milk makes it taste creamy and like just a nice little treat. And then when I just want fruit, I'll even do one of those. And, I feel like it's like a very like the longer I was hearing too that you can not eat anything right before you go to sleep. I struggle with that myself because it's like obviously right now I'm still like I'm going to go make some food after this and I'm going to eat, and then I probably, because I can feel my eyes, I probably won't be awake much longer. But we're all here to continue to learn and improve our health from wherever we are. So I'm like, I feel like I'm on this mission to be the healthiest that I can be, and I have to learn that it's more of a well-rounded thing than just food, but that's what I focus on a lot, and that's a start, right? And oh, okay, Mariquita had um black beans and couscous. Oh, that's right. I don't remember, what is couscous. I always get that. Is that like a rice? I feel like I should know. I like the name of it. I wouldn't have known how to spell it, and I almost thought it said cousin. Um, Boomer and Beyond Wellness. Angela Fischetti said cantaloupe and oranges are also great for the eyes, as are carrots as well. Right, because I also noticed that cantaloupe and oranges. I know cantaloupe especially, and I think celery I've heard too has a lot of vitamin A, and it's really good for the hair and skin. Right. There's just so many nutrients in all these fruits and vegetables. And Mariquita said, "Take care of yourself, Angela." Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay. That's a tough thing to have dental surgery. I'm telling you. Yes, Muriel, that sounded really good too. She said, and it's making me want my banana smoothie before I eat dinner. No, remember when you were a kid and like they were like, "Don't eat that. That's dessert. That'll ruin your dinner." I have to admit sometimes I eat fruit before my dinner. But fruit's not really a dessert. Sometimes it's a meal for us. A little tidbit, Angela said, potassium in bananas is much lower than sun-dried dates. Dried dates are number 3 in the potassium category. Oh, that's really interesting to know. Okay, cool. I might have to go on a dating app. Get it? Don't kick me off for that bad joke, Don, if you're still here. It says drum wheat semolina on the couscous package.
I'm still here. I won't kick you out for that.
Okay.
Name I can't do that anyway.
Where we buy dates at, or where we get dates.
Yeah.
That's a good idea though. I didn't know that. And there's so many, I was going to say, like nutrients that are like packed into these foods. That's why, I mean, imagine if even if you increase the number of these, the antioxidants and the different things that are in them, you're like literally giving yourself the best chance to be healthy and to feel good. And no wonder it helps our digestion, because fruit, I know especially, is like the easiest thing on our digestion. And I was I think it was Don that said yesterday that the most, I guess, energy that we expel is on our digestion. And obviously when we eat like mono meals, like I know Angela does a lot of times, and I know Marquita, I've seen her just like saying that she's ate like a certain vegetable for lunch sometimes, and like it really does. Our digestion loves when we eat sometimes one thing at a time too, because it kind of knows how to handle it. And then, of course, like whole food plant based is such a great way to eat because all of those nutrients you're getting, like even when you're eating beans, they're like one of the healthiest things. They're good for protein. So if you're just coming into this, for me, I feel like, if I could do this again, I probably wouldn't have even like I probably would have tried them anyway. But it's hard even when you're coming from the diet. If you go to those processed cooked foods, it's hard to then shift your taste back. It takes a while to get off of that. But it is that everyone has their own way of doing things. I just know, like we were talking about, there's like, different levels of how healthy you want to be in any diet, really, I think. So that was a really cool message that he gave, and really got me thinking about like knowing what our true taste buds want, and what we've been told and how many times we are told we should eat in a day, and are we really even eating when hungry? Are we stopping eating when full? I was joking with Dawn the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, can I, like, usually I'll eat, and when I feel full, especially during the day, I'll like stop, or I'll go to the kitchen and I'll grab like a a cup or a container of grapes, and I won't like bring the whole bag because like when I'm busy and working or concentrating on something, I don't know if you guys are like this. I'm just like eating, like out of habit. And next thing I know, I actually had to like hurry up and get back to a call, and like I ran in here and I didn't have time to put it in the container, so I brought the whole bag of grapes, and literally I felt like I was drunk off of grapes that had no alcohol. Like I felt myself that I had overate. So like literally you can fill up on fruit. But then another interesting thing that we talked about yesterday is that sometimes our body might be telling us it needs some fat or it needs some sodium. So, like, if you're trying to eat fruit, that's fine. But when you get to that evening and you feel like that's not what your body is craving, then you may need to go with a more savory fruit or avocado. You might need some celery, or you might, need to have steamed vegetables if that's, as long as you're keeping it healthy and listening to your body. Maybe you need some starch. Oh, beans also, Angela said, have an enormous amount of calcium. No one needs cow's milk. Yes, there's all the nutrients we need, with the exception, and no one's really getting that from a fruit or a vegetable, the B12. Maybe there's a little bit in sea vegetables. However, that's really the only thing truly, especially if you're getting a lot of sunlight, that I feel that's necessary to make sure you have enough levels. And even people that eat meat, especially over 40, and other things that even Don had talked about was, if you're eating certain things, like if you have coffee or tea and different things in your diet, they can slow the absorption of nutrients. So, it's definitely important to put as much good stuff in as we can, and if necessary supplement too. However, you definitely can get everything you need. In fact, there's very little, quote unquote, of these nutrients if you look at what is in animal protein. There are things that you're getting, I think, secondhand, and different things like that. And you're also getting a bunch of negative consequences, and animals are suffering, and you're also hurting the planet and world hunger and a lot of other things. Especially if you can eat a healthy whole food plant based diet, it really helps your health. So it's just, I think, wanting everybody to know the truthful information. That's what this channel was made off of, vegan knowledge, right? Like,
That's
you know,
it.
Angela was saying that beans have a lot of calcium, and she also mentioned that that dates, while you might have been still listening, they have actually more potassium, the dried dates, than a banana. And
Okay.
she's telling us about
Good.
cantaloupe. What is drum wheat semolina on the couscous package? Was that? I'm not sure what that actually is. I know it must. I think it's an ingredient that's used in a lot of things. Marakita was saying, but they're saying I'm making them hungry. They're making me
I know
hungry.
I'm about to dip out.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it in just a few minutes. I just wanted to know if how everybody was doing, and I wanted to come on and thank everybody for all the support. Angela, thank you for everything you have done and all the sharing you do for our page and the support. And congratulations again.
Yeah,
And
that is so
even
amazing.
even when you're not here, you're always checking out the replays. And I know you try to make it when you can. And Muriel, she has done the trifecta now. She's been here for, I can't remember. I think you commented on the live we did on Sunday, and then she was there for Fruit for Your Life, and now is here again. So I appreciate your support, and it's really been nice to meet you. And Arlo and Farah, thank you so much for joining, and everyone who checks out the replay. Oh wait, I think someone said something else here. Thank you. I love our life. Yes, I do too. And she was oh, if you add dried fruits to dark green leaves, you have an iron and mineral slamming machine. Okay, good to know.
Okay, good to, yeah, definitely good to know.
And she said Mariquita Solis vegan empowerment coaching is incredible. And also Muriel said thank you. I just wanted to make sure I got the comments. I'll have a better plan for next Meatless Monday. We'll have a topic, and we'll have a guest, and I have a special guest. I just have to confirm something, and I can't wait to tell you guys. It's going to be um well, I think I can confirm it because we have a date, November 13th. It is going to be Kathy Hester, who is someone that Angela referred me over to. She and her wife are on the Start Solution, and they do a lot of speaking for Dr. McDougall. I don't know if they speak, I don't mean speak for them, but they actually are really big advocates of the diet. So I'm happy to hear that, and I love sharing different versions of this and how people are getting healthy, because depending, like, there are just many versions of this. I always talk about what I do, and I love hearing people who've gotten healthy with whole food plant-based diets of any kind that there are. um she said, yes, Kathy Hester. I love her and her wife, Cheryl. Yes. And hopefully they'll both come on. I haven't confirmed it if it'll just be one of them or both. So I'm excited to hear all about
I'm
their.
excited for that one.
Me too. And on November 13th, it is going to be on a Monday at 7 p.m. And that, I believe, if anybody have anything else they want to say for this evening, or
You are fabulous.
no, you are fabulous. And don't forget, if you guys are interested in more of this, go check out the live stream we did yesterday with Don. Check out Fruit for Your Life with Ed Logan. And Don's giving away his free ebooks. He's got it at the almost at the end of his presentation. And we found out that he used to be a comedian as well, right? We found out some
Yeah.
different things. And check out Angela's live stream. Mariquita who's in the comments, has been on here, and I'm trying to get Muriel to come on one of these evenings. I'm gonna put the link out when we don't have a guest, or maybe we'll just do an impromptu one. And I'd like to have some of the people from my group and come in and ask questions or talk about their journey. I think that'll be really fun. So um, thank you guys for being here. And I really, oh, Angela said, what's on 1113? Oh, that'll be the interview with Kathy Hester on this channel. She's going to come on, and I just don't know yet if it's her and her and Cheryl. But I know she's coming on to talk about her health journey, and I'm excited about that. Muriel said, "Oh my, lol. Yeah, you're not off the hook." Oh, I hate saying off the hook. Isn't that like a derogatory thing, right? I can't believe
Not
it
really.
we talk about. I thought it had something to do with like keeping something on a hook. Oh, right, because it could be like your coat or something like that, right?
Yeah, it doesn't refer to fishing.
Okay,
Yeah,
doesn't have to, right? Thank
it
you.
doesn't have to.
Well, thank you guys for following our journey and hearing our successes and struggles and a little about our life. And thank you for being here and for being wanting to get healthier and get all this knowledge. And you guys really mean a lot to me. And I'm so thankful that our subscribers are increasing. And so thank you. Anything else, Don?
No, I'm good. I'm just glad to be here. Glad you have the stream going. Glad for everybody that's down in the chat. You know, Farah and Marakita and Arlo and Angela. And
Carlos, have a good night. Thank you.
yes, you too. Thank you guys for supporting and coming on over. And yeah, I'm just counting down today and tomorrow. And we're going to
Oh,
start November fresh,
that's right. We got a
back to the
new
raw.
no meat November, right? No animal November. That's what we got to do.
Well, I mean, we're not doing that anyway, though. But I mean, just
Well,
I want to go back raw. I'm not. I haven't been doing as
well,
much
no
raw
cook
stuff.
November then. Let's do it
There we
that
go.
way. No cook
No feet
November.
November.
For Dawn, no cook November. I love it. And oh, welcome, Michelle. I saw that you were new. I don't want to mess up your name, Michelle Dupees. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. You'll have to pronounce it for me. But Michelle, welcome. She's a new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for joining.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming in. And thank you guys. We will be here next week. I will announce the time on the Vegan Knowledge Group. Once this, I'll put the Vegan Knowledge Group link into the description of this video and I'll link a couple of other things. Okay, Dupuy. Dupuy. Is that right? Okay, I'll get it right. Wait till you come again next time. You got to come now so I can get your name right the first time. I'm really thankful. Oh, that's your daughter. Okay, Muriel. All right, we got that's really cool.
Family. It's a family affair.
And we get entertainment on these meatless Mondays. Thank you guys for sharing. We're gonna go eat, and I have to get up early, so it'll be.
I know. I'm like, yes. I need to
I
go
know you. I can't
down.
believe you even came. Thank you, Dawn.
Pre-market is 5 o'clock in the morning. So.
All right. Well, have a good evening, everyone. I sincerely thank you, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for
See you
joining me.
guys.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you.
Thank you, baby.